Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is going to be a live service game. Now this means that we are going to be getting content over the next 4 years, and that is a decision made by Warner Bros. To make their games live service going forward. Now this has its own pros and cons, but it does have one good thing, and that is that we are going to be getting more content throughout the next 4 years for Suicide Squad. This includes other battle passes, skins, and most importantly, playable characters, starting off with the Joker in less than a month. However, I thought it'd be more fun to talk about some characters that I would like to see in the game as playable villainous characters for the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game. I want to know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments as well. What characters do you think deserve the spotlight, not only to be showcased, but also to be playable in a video game? I want to know them down below in the comments. If you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe to the channel as we are on the road to 20,000 subscribers, and we're only 3,000 subscribers away. We're getting very close every single day, and it's very exciting. If you guys like Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more content. Now my list might include some rumored characters or some characters hidden in the game files. I don't know about that type of stuff, so sorry if there seems like there's a repeat or I did not keep up with the deep news of Suicide Squad, but these are definitely some characters that I think deserve the spotlight. Starting off with Deathstroke, I think this is a fan favorite character as well, and one that a lot of people want to see in this game, and I think Deathstroke would be really cool to play as, especially after we got to play as him in Arkham Origins. I just think we didn't get enough of his gameplay in that game, and I think this is the perfect opportunity to expand his arsenal. He has a large set of skills and tools that he can use, and I think that this is the perfect game to show him off. So Deathstroke, I think, would fit perfectly into the Suicide Squad game because he does pop up in a lot of Suicide Squad comic books as well. So I think he's a no-brainer, and the Arkham Origins after credit included Deathstroke supposedly joining the Suicide Squad, but it seems that that did not happen in this game, so who knows? I think it makes the most sense though. Number 2 on this list, and this is kind of like a really wishful thinking pick, is Red X. Red X is a character that does not get nearly enough exposure. Honestly, it's because he just looks badass. That's why he's on this list, is because he is badass. He looks badass, and he's got like a mystery behind him, especially starting off in the Teen Titans cartoon. You know, there's a lot of who is this, kind of is this Robin? Is it not Robin? Is it a different Robin? There was a lot of mystery behind the character, and he has been very cold in a lot of the recent comic books that feature him, and I think that this is the perfect opportunity to solidify this character as somebody that DC should focus on, expand on, and get a larger fan base for this character. So Red X, I know it's a pipe dream like some of you guys has said, but I think he should be in the game. The next character is 2 characters, so we're getting another character on this list, but I think that either Killer Frost or Captain Cold would be an awesome DLC. Their powers are very unique than any other Suicide Squad member in the game right now, with the ice powers, whether it come from Captain Cold's gun or Killer Frost ice powers that come from magic or some shit, I don't know, but I think either way this would make very unique play styles throughout the game. This would be an awesome addition animation wise, stylistic choices that they could make with the powers. There's just so much opportunity, and I think if they're gonna do Killer Frost or Captain Cold, I would look at the Injustice games and specifically their super moves and kind of see what they can kind of incorporate with taking these characters to their fullest potential as well, because my boy Killer Croc was a little bit nerfed in the game because he's a god. Next up on my list, and I want to stress that I didn't want to add a ton of Batman characters. Of course I could say Two-Face and Scarecrow and Killer Croc and all those awesome characters, but we already got to see those characters in the Arkham story. I'm talking about characters that we never get to see in games. That being said, Black Manta, he is so badass. He was badass in Injustice 2. He was badass in Aquaman 1. Aquaman 2 kind of killed the character a little bit for me, in my opinion, but I think that it's time for him to be redeemed. This is the perfect opportunity. His moveset would be fire. Give him a trident. I don't care. Give him the harpoon gun. I just want to see Black Manta in the Suicide Squad game as DLC. Add some extra villains that are not Batman themed. That's what I'm talking about. Now, immediately after saying that, I am going to backtrack a little bit and put Killer Moth on this list. Killer Moth is the most underrated villain known to man. Known to man. This dude was in the Lego game, and ever since then, he's been peak. He's been one of the best supervillains of all time. He deserves a little bit of spotlight. I know not everyone knows my boy Killer Moth, but the dude has killer in his name. He's cold-blooded. This dude is like the arms dealer of the villains, bro. He is so much smarter than people give him credit for. Yes, his costume is a little goofy. They could modernize it. They could make it look badass. Trust me. I think with the Suicide Squad game, the team is a little goofy. We have a giant fucking shark on this team. I think it'd be cool if we had a dude named Killer Moth. Just please, give the boy some light. That's all. Wait, don't give him light. He's a moth. He's gonna die. Fuck. Next up, one of the most fan favorite characters of the recent Suicide Squad movie, and one that I was surprised was not already announced as DLC. It's our boy, John Cena, Peacemaker. Now, Peacemaker is already coming to Mortal Kombat. He's already got a second season of his show announced. This is the perfect opportunity to put him in the game. People like him. I mean, I am not as much of a fan of the show as a lot of people, but I mean, I love John Cena and just about everything he does, especially the Fred movie. But this is the perfect opportunity to add Peacemaker into the video game. I mean, having him already in Mortal Kombat, it would be the perfect opportunity to get to play him as a different type of game in an open world, third person shooter type of game. It'd be a lot of fun. I'm concerned on how they would make his gameplay a little bit different than characters like Harley Quinn, who you know are also like gun base or like Deadshot. Like, how are you gonna make him super different? Maybe they could mix in Eagly or something. But I trust Rocksteady with making those decisions. Now look, there's been a lot of talk on the internet about the Batman situation that happened in this game, and you already know we gotta have Red Hood come and destroy the Suicide Squad. That would be a dope ass DLC. I would play the shit out of that. He was so much fun to play in Arkham Knight and Injustice 2. Red Hood, I don't even care how they do it. I don't care if it makes sense or not. Just add him. The dude is heat. Everything he does is cold. His moveset is insane. He's like if Batman was going all out. That's kind of what he's like. You know what I mean? Maybe not with like the cape and stuff, but man, he's just so cool. And you know that shit would sell. That was the first DLC character they announced for Injustice 2 because they knew that would sell like hotcakes on a Sunday. You know what I mean? It's just like a no-brainer, I feel like, and a lot of people want to see Red Hood destroy the Suicide Squad, but just leave my boy King Shark out of it. Just leave my boy King Shark out of it. That's all I care about. One character that I've seen almost nobody bring up for some reason, who is very underrated in the first Suicide Squad movie, and that's Katana. Where is Katana? Where was she in the second Suicide Squad movie? Did she die? I don't remember because I kind of forgot the first movie because it's forgettable. But Katana is super badass. The sword melee would be so cool in the game. That would make a very interesting character to play as well. The gameplay aspect of her character would be super fun. And being able to just slash people, I mean, I'm down. I don't really think she uses a gun that much, but maybe they could hook her up with a bow and arrow. That might fit her character a little bit better. I don't know, or maybe a crossbow. Huntress was not on my list, but now I kind of feel like Huntress should be on this list. Anyway, we're talking about Katana here, but Katana, very underrated character. I really liked her design in the Suicide Squad movie, and I think it'd be really cool if they gave her the spotlight as a DLC character in the game. Number 9 on this list is a character that I hear people talk about all the time, but doesn't show up enough in stuff. I think he's a fan favorite character, as far as I can tell from online, but he doesn't pop up enough in media. And we're talking about the main man, Lobo. Lobo is a character that I find a lot of people wanting to see more of, but haven't gotten the chance to. He was in Injustice 1. He was in the Justice League Action cartoon. He was in, you know, the Superman Adventures cartoon. He might have, I think he was also in the Krypton. He was either in the Krypton show or Superman and Lois. I think he was in the Krypton show though. But either way, this is the perfect opportunity to give us this more of this character, and everything from his bike to, you know, the chain that he has to his bitchy attitude would completely fit into the Suicide Squad vibe, as well as give us opportunities for some fun character interactions between the rest of the squad as well. And I think that this is a character that just would fit this game perfectly. And the customization would be really, really cool as well. I just really hope that they incorporate his bike somehow as well, because, you know, he's always driving that thing. But Lobo, I'm down. Last on this list, and don't get me wrong, it was very hard to narrow this down to 10, especially cutting out the Batman villains because there's like a million of them. But I think my last character on this list has to be somebody with a bow and arrow, and preferably I would choose Roy Harper, Red Arrow, Arsenal, whatever you want to call him, Speedy. I just want to see a bow and arrow character. I would prefer if it was Roy Harper personally. He's got a little bit of an attitude sometimes, depending on the depiction. But you know, I think a bow and arrow character in general would just be so cool gameplay wise. It would feel, you know, pacing different than any other Suicide Squad member. And I think there's a lot that they could do if you look at like Injustice 1 Green Arrow or Injustice 2 Green Arrow. There's so many cool melee moves that they do with the bow as well, not just long range. And then doing like different types of arrows, like the boxing glove arrow, the flame arrows, the ice arrows, the shocking arrows, the parachute stuff. Like that stuff is so creative, it's so fun, it's perfect for a video game. And I just think that this is a character that also deserves more spotlight, and one that would be perfect for this game. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the list. If you guys disagree with any of these, if you guys have your own list, leave them in the comments down below. I want to hear what villains you guys want to see as DLC in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Should I make a no Batman villain rule because there's like 1,000 good Batman villains? No, I won't do that. But if you guys are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, as well as I will be covering more Suicide Squad stuff, Spider-Man 2, Wolverine, Mortal Kombat, and everything else. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.